Hi, I'm Ree from mummyof4.com. I help busy mums make their lives easier with parenting tips, tricks, hacks and advice. Today I want to talk to you about something I think that every parent faces, every parent struggles with at some point during their parenting career, and that is having a concern or a worry about your child, that there is something up, that there is something wrong with them, that needs help or medical attention, and not knowing what to do about it. So I think I have faced this issue numerous times. I know that when my eldest son Dylan was very small, he had a what turned out to be a really nasty kidney problem, and I'd be going to the doctors and saying, look, he's feverish, he's been so unwell, he's been like a wet rag in my arms. Of course, by the time we got to the doctors, he was like perked up, the Calpol had kicked in, he seemed okay, not well, but okay. And they were all like, oh, is this your first baby? And I'd be like, well, yes, it is my first baby, but that doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm his mother. But I didn't have the confidence then to say, do you know what? I know I'm right here. You're getting a snippet of my child and there is something more going on. So what I wish I'd done then is fought a bit harder. Eventually he was very, very ill. He was taken into hospital in an ambulance. As soon as he got to hospital, they said, check his urine, something the GP hadn't done. And they immediately found out he was having repeated UTIs due to a problem with his kidneys. And then from there on in, I was able to fight to get him the help he needed. However, I was made to feel like it was kind of all in my head. And as parents, I kind of think sometimes we know our children best. Another example would be with concerns about things like autism. So I had concerns with my second child. Was he on the spectrum? It turns out he was. But at the time I wasn't sure, did I want to push for this? Is something it would just sort of manifest and be quite obvious, or was it something I needed to kind of fight for to get a diagnosis? And initially I was very, very conflicted, and eventually it became apparent it's something we really needed to do, and it's something I did. And after a lot of hassling, we managed to sort of speed through the diagnosis process in record time, and I'm now happy to say that he's doing better than I ever could have imagined him doing. But the thing is, at the time I was very, do I push for this? Is this going to be I was worried we'd end up with a diagnosis that perhaps he didn't need because I'd pushed too far, there'd been too many tests, too much intervention. But what I will say to you now, having been through this process, is that the medical professionals, when you get into the system and you do all these tests, they are so thorough. They will never diagnose a child with something they do not have. However, they may fail to diagnose a child with something they do have because they haven't been put in front of the right people. So what I want to say to you as a parent, as a mum, from a mum to all you mums and dads out there, is if you feel that there is something up with your child, get to your health visitor, get to your GP, get the referral process started, because quite frankly, it's only with hindsight that you'll know for sure. So you'll either look back on the concerns you have about their speech or their development or whatever it might be and go, well, that was something and nothing, that kind of evened itself out. Or you'll say, oh, I'm really glad that we looked into this because clearly it was something they needed help with, and now we've got them that help. So all I'm saying is there is never any harm in pushing for referrals and tests. If you have any concerns about anything at all to do with your children, don't be afraid to speak to your healthcare professionals, because I think so many of us are afraid. We worry, is it in our heads? Have we caused it? Is it something that we've done? But just speak to them, get the process started, and perhaps by the time the referral even comes around, because things on the NHS can take a while sometimes, maybe it'll be quite apparent that whatever problem it was has resolved itself, and that is great too. But I just think it's always worth getting it checked. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope this, if you have watched this video wondering, there is something up, should I look into it? I hope you realise now that it's okay to do that. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to be notified when I post more videos, which I will be doing more and more frequently now. So you can catch me over on Instagram, Mummy-of-4UK. I'm doing stories over there all the time, and over on the blog, mummyof4.com, as well as right here on this channel. Thanks so much for joining me again. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.